Welcome to Soul, a weekly entertainment show on fashion, arts and culture, food, relationships, and mental health. Our weekly co-hosts are Dr. Delvena Thomas, Imani Warren, and Chef Irie. Now introducing our host, Miss Nicky Gelin.
Hey. So y'all, that's my Wednesday dance. We're going down the hump dance. So welcome to another episode of MIA Magazine Presents. So we are here every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for tuning in. And now a shout out to our sponsors, the Florida Lottery and Duke and Dame Whiskey, and also FAMU Medical Marijuana Education and Research Institute. Get credible information and engage in a safe space to learn and talk about cannabis. Educate, learn, and talk about cannabis right here in Florida. So y'all, I was a little late to the bandwagon. And about 3 weeks ago, Usher, he was featured on NPR. And again, I was late. I'm really big on social media, and there were so many memes going around with, watch this. So I'm like, you know what? Let me tune in. Let me see what the hype's all about. So I tuned in. It was a great performance. Shout out to Usher. And you know what I'm saying? There are so many memes going on. I want to play a few examples right now. I want to say there's maybe over 1 million memes with that. Watch this. Okay, so let's go ahead and drop it. Watch this. We're going to drop an identification request. Watch this. He started his story like a law of attraction does work. Halle Berry jumped in on this, y'all. She jumped in on this. It was wild. The whole entire Instagram was all about the memes and watch this. If there's one that we missed, just leave it in the comments. I want to hear what y'all have to add to it, but it was really, really funny, but nonetheless, a great performance. All right, so moving on, I had the pleasure to attend the Nautical Royal Miami Yacht Fashion Soiree presented by Vibel Media, and the featured designers were none other Lisa Nicole Cloud from Married to Medicine, also Miguel Wilson with the Miguel Wilson Collection, and the talented Hermelia Yeaves. So here's a little sizzle on how it went down. Yo, the Miguel Wilson Collection was everything. Like, I could see my future man, wearing his collection. It was a great experience. We were on a yacht. So we boarded the yacht at the Hyatt Regency in downtown Miami. And it was such a great experience. There were food, there were drinks, there was fashion, all these beautiful models, all these great designers. It's a great experience. And I look forward to attending the next one next year, 2023. And now lastly, y'all see I'm rocking the fro. So I love my protective styles, especially during hurricane season, because I do not mess with this Florida humidity because my fro be getting all crazy. So, but the fro is out as of right now because your girl is hosting the Curl Friends Expo, which is also known as the South Florida Natural Hair Expo. So it takes place in about it's 10 days. It's 10 days from now. So it takes place on Saturday, July 30th at the Palm Beach Convention Center. There's going to be lots of workshops about hair demonstrations. If you're looking to big chop, if you're transitioning, if you're already just full-blown natural and need some kind of advice, if you want a haircut, this is a place to be. It's family friendly. Bring your kids, bring your friends, bring your mom, bring your dad, your cousins. So it's a great event. It's dedicated to the Curl Friends community, and we're here to help those. If you're not like natural and you're thinking about it, pop by as well. So again, it takes place July 30th. I'll be hosting the event. Super excited. It is powered by Nick products and also sponsored by Curls Dynasty and Urban Hydration. So again, it takes place in 10 days. Get your ticket. I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you there. Okay. Now we have, one more thing. So it is Miami Spa Month. I love my deep tissue massages. I recently got one at the Exhale Spa at Lowe's in Miami Beach. It was phenomenal. So we are giving away to you, we're giving a lucky winner a gift card totaled at $109 to your favorite spa. Now, way to enter the contest is visit our Instagram page. Just visit our page. You'll see the image that says Miami Spa Month. Click on the link in the bio and just comment one of the spas that's participating. So the contest kicked off about 2 weeks ago, and we want to announce our 2 lucky winners tonight. So our first winner is Fab J Girl 0727. She is Jonelle Adderley. She is God's child, a Rattler girl who rocks. Live, love, laugh, and travel. And she's a born a fashionista. So Janelle, congratulations. We're going to be reaching out to you in the actual comment thread on next steps. Congratulations. Girl, get your spot on. Now, the next winner is Shar Stars 1. So she is a CEO of Fenton Skincare. She's a media personality, TV host, and producer. So Shar Stars 1, again, check your DM for next information on how to obtain your $109 gift certificate. Now, y'all, we have a special guest tonight, okay? Brawley Sanchez. Now, Brawley, who is mononymously known as a former sports manager, the executive director of the nonprofit organization Above 500 Inc., and Single Fathers United. So, y'all, he is igniting the culture with a celebrity charity basketball, and it's going down tomorrow at FMU. So, we're going to get into that a little bit later. So, stay in your chairs, in your couches, in your beds. Don't go nowhere. Now, on to my first co-host. She is our board-certified psychiatrist and also the founder of the Brain Love podcast. So, Dr. Ama, also known as Dr. Delvena, happy Hump Wednesday.
Hey, Nikki, happy Hump Wednesday. Are you ready to take the couch?
Ready.
So tonight is a fun discussion. This should really lighten the load for folks. I know it's the middle of the week, so some people may have been stressed a little bit yesterday, Monday, maybe during the weekend if you're a weekend warrior. But I want us to talk a little bit about the mental health and the therapy advantages of interior design, aka interior decorating, but I think they prefer the term interior design. So there's a lot behind interior designing, and a lot behind it is the mental health benefits that are provided from an interior designer who strategically creates a space for you that helps your mental health and wellness. So we know we have spaces at home. A lot of us spend time away from home, at work, in our offices, if you're working away from the home. But perhaps folks have offices in their homes now, which was a benefit of COVID. But wherever you are, whatever space you're in, it's important to create a space that's pleasing for your brain. So coming up soon on my podcast, The Brain Love Podcast, I am interviewing Kim Childs, who's an interior designer located here in South Florida and in Atlanta. No, you're good, producer. We're good there. So tonight, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the colors and what they're associated with. And yes, Chef Irie, interior architecture is also a good way to refer to these folks. So we're just talking about the color wheel tonight, Nikki, to lead us into the next discussion, during which we'll go into many details about how interior designing, interior architecture, interior decorating, how certain things can be coordinated to help with your mental health and wellness. So look at these colors. Don't read. You're reading. You're reading. I see you reading. Did you read them?
Not really. I was looking at the colors and then the words were trying to like kind of zoom me in further, but I did not read everything.
So forget what you read. Look at the wheel and tell me which color in this wheel is the most stimulating color to you right now.
Red, because that's my favorite color.
So you're drawn into the red. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. So red, red is my favorite color, crimson to be exact, but I also enjoy other bright colors as well. But let's talk about red. What comes to mind for me is our producer, the beautiful Miss Aaliyah. She wore a fabulous outfit to the gala back in May. She had on all red. Wasn't she stunning? Do you remember her from the gala? Oh my gosh, I do have a picture on my computer, but it's too late to pass to her. I should have had this ready. Maybe next week, guys, we'll show you photos of folks dressed in some of these colors from MIA Media Group. But Aaliyah wore red. And when I saw her in that red, I thought, oh my God, look at the power. Red is a powerful color. It increases our energy. What did it make you feel like looking at that red, Nikki?
Okay, so bold, fierce, dominant. Yeah, that's what came across.
And red, like it says spontaneity. Red, spontaneity for me, aka goes along with fun, right? Because being spontaneous means that you're allowing yourself to just go, to just flow, not to second guess anything. You're just allowing yourself to go with the flow. And oftentimes when you just go with the flow, you have a great time. So I see red as kind of like that fun color. What other color sticks out to you from the wheel?
I want to say yellow.
Yes, yellow. So yellow is fun also. It's lightness. It's also something about power, and it's electrifying. It's also creative. It's associated with creativity, as well as intellectuals and people who are logical. So it's a balance of fun and also intellect and logic. And the other colors there, like the orange, it stimulates creativity as well, pleasure, optimism. You guys can read that, emotional expression. Now, blue, what do you think of when you think about places that are decorated in blue? What facilities or what types of buildings come to mind for you?
You're so gonna laugh. Okay, so when I think of blue, I think of calmness, but also when I see blue, I think of like the Mediterranean, because it's always in blue or white.
Okay. And guess what? Because of what you said, that calmness, that is why a lot of hospitals and doctors' offices and clinics, that's why they utilize blue oftentimes. In fact, a lot of these medical facilities will have blue walls. It's because blue creates calmness and peace, and that, it just relaxes folks, because many of us subconsciously think of water. And for many of us, water is very therapeutic. It's inner peace. I was just talking to someone the other day about this movie that came out in the 1980s with Tom Hanks. And I cannot think of the name of the lady with the blonde hair who played the mermaid. I think was it called Mermaid? No.
No, Splash. Is it Splash?
Splash. Yeah. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Splash. And I was just thinking, like, wow, imagine that. At the end, Tom Hanks has to make a decision between living on Earth in New York City and like a meaningless job with meaningless people in his life, or going to the underworld with, I cannot think of this woman's name, to live in the water. And guess what he chose to do? He chose peace and calmness. He dove into the water, and he too became, I guess, a male mermaid.
A merman.
A merman, yes. All right. And then there's green. People think of nature and calmness, and it's associated with balance and harmony and love and acceptance. And violet stimulates intuition. There's meditation is associated with violet. So there's a lot of meaning behind these colors that we use. And if you use them effectively and strategically in your spaces, it could create the most zen space ever. And don't feel that you can only decorate your home or you can only design your home. You can also design your office. And some of you may be saying, I don't have the money to pay for an interior architect or designer. It's okay. Next week or the week after, I'll give you tips on what you can do within your budget that's financially reasonable to create that Zen space.
Okay, so Dr. Amma Chef says it's Daryl Hannah is the actress's name.
Yes, that is her name. Thanks, Chef.
Yeah.
Boy, that Jamaican man knows a lot of stuff.
That's a good movie. I actually watched it. That was a pretty good movie.
I like that movie. I enjoy it. There's a lot of movies from the 80s that just really put me in a certain mood, you know. I love watching that stuff, like Pretty in Pink and The Breakfast Club, all of that stuff.
It's a good one, yeah. Okay.
Oh, so one last thing. July is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, as you guys have heard me say over and over. This has nothing to do with minorities. This is across the board for every girl and boy, brown, black, blue, white, yellow, green, whatever. There's a new crisis line. It's 988. This is a mental health crisis line. Instead of calling 911, you can call 988. It's a suicide and crisis lifeline. So guys, 988. Previous to this, we had a nice long 1-800 number that we were posting here actually on MIA Soul. In the beginning, during COVID, we would post it a lot. You no longer have to call that 1-800-273 number. You now can dial 988. 988.
All right. I knew what that meant. Yep.
That's all I got for you, Nikki.
All right. So, okay. Should I say it now?
Yeah.
Brain love.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Sure, we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
And now on to my next co-host. She is like my go-to for everything that's arts and culture within South Florida. She's our arts and culture connoisseur. So Imani Latifa, what are we talking about tonight?
Peace and blessings, and welcome to the beautiful Havana, Cuba. Hola, como esta? And greetings from sunrise, beautiful Havana. This trip was just what my soul needed. Here we are on our way to the airport to pick up my godbrother in a red convertible. It looks like Florida, South Florida, Miami, but baby, this is Havana. And this is part 1 of my video. Part 2 will be next week. But of course, when you go, you have to ride in the historic cars. Check this out.
Of the Orisha. But anyway, Santeria, as you know, has its origins amongst the Yoruba priests and priestesses of the Orishas from Nigeria, who were enslaved at the close of the 18th century and the first decades of the 19th century.
Another amazing thing about Havana is the beautiful crystal clear beaches and the calmness of it. That was something I really appreciated, something that you don't find often in Miami, just 90 miles away. Can you imagine?
Wait a minute. Look at this guy.
This amazing dancer here is my La Rumba friend, Henry. Henry is a dancer from the Orisha school, and look at him go. He is just dynamite. One thing I can say about Cuba is so black. When you come here, you have to visit the La Rumba Orisha school, and definitely be a part of the African culture there, because they are very proud African people. And so when you get a moment, This is the first part of 2 videos. I hope everyone is well. I miss everyone. Soon as we get back and we get black and we get back on track, I will see you all soon. Until then, take care and don't forget about Havana.
Peace and blessings. Welcome to Havana. Thank you. +53.
Imani, girl, you know what? I'm jealous right now. You in Cuba and I'm not. I mean, I did visit a couple years ago, but I wouldn't mind going back. So next time you have this trip, let us know. But nah, it seems like you're having a great time. I know the culture, it's phenomenal. I love seeing the Afro-Cuban women with the cigars. I know they have a specific name, but I forgot their names. But for me, that was a highlight of my trip, is seeing those women. And they were so colorful. Like the way how they dressed, the textile, the colors, the flowers in their hair, and they had the big old cigar in their hand. So have a great time and be safe, and we'll see you next week. Now on to my next co-host. He is an NFL and NBA popular celebrity chef. He's also a guest chef on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. He's also on Taste the Islands on American Public Television. So Chef Irie, where you at?
What's going on, Nicky?
What's going on?
How are
Chef
you doing?
Irie? I'm
Yes,
good, darling. I have mine.
first things first, salute.
Sorry.
Because, it's that time of the evening. We like to wind down with a libation.
Yeah.
Cocktail if you must, wine if you must, beer if you must, but whatever it is, make it a good libation.
Yes.
Tequila lemonade. That's what I'm having today, right? What are you having?
I'm literally having my own crema. It's my own vegan crema.
Ooh.
With mascara, oat milk with a blend of passion fruits and mangoes and strawberries.
So what was the sweetener? Does it have a sweetener, or you just
the passion fruit? The passion fruit gives it that flavor.
Well, okay, sweet and passion. Okay, cool. That sounds good. That sounds delish. I'm gonna have to try that. A nice vegan, crema. Hey, oh boy. So, the weekend has passed, and guess what? There's another weekend upon us. It's all good. So I wanted to talk a little bit about. I don't have any slides today, but we're going to talk just a little bit about food and places to eat that's close to us. So when you go out to eat, are you always thinking, yes, you, Nikki, are you always thinking that it has to be a destination? Like, you're going to drive, or you're going to jump in your car, and you're going to go 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? Is it like that? And are you usually predetermined? Is the idea of the type of food predetermined, or you just like whatever I want?
You know what? I'm about the experience. I will drive for the experience, and I love hole in the walls. So I will drive to hole in the wall just for that experience, the authenticity of it.
And I would too. Especially if it comes, highly recommended. But so as I was driving around this afternoon, I went and picked up some food. By Chef Creole. Big ups to Chef Creole. Got some griot and some banane pesée, some sauce pois. So that was great. So as I was driving, heading home now, to enjoy my victuals. So there's a stretch, and I think I mentioned this to you before. There's a stretch of road. It's I think it's Old Dixie, and between from where between where are we at now? Ice Dairy, and going back to 163rd, I think. There's a lot of different types of small restaurants and a lot of ethnic restaurants, but not just because that's stretch. But I implore you to not just you, that for restaurants that you go out to eat, try seeking out restaurants that are very close to you in your community, within like a square mile, right?
And oftentimes you find a lot of gems that are close to you. Not, where you don't have to drive 15, 20 minutes. We talking very casual to really cool fast food. No, well, not fast food, but just comfort food. So today, there's two places that I passed. I had no idea of their existence and the type of cuisine. One was Pakistani.
Ooh.
Not that I didn't know, but a lot of ethnic and types restaurant, you may not see them or know of their existence because some of them are very few, here, especially here in Miami. Yes, it's a multicultural aspect of food and smorgasbord food, but sometimes there are not as many restaurants, highlighting a certain cuisine. So Pakistani food, and this one is, I think, it's off 163rd.
Mm.
Closer to the 95 and maybe about a mile or so up. And on the drive today, coming back home, I passed a Yemeni restaurant. Yemen food. So, guess what that has, sparked in me? I need to go try some Yemeni food. I've had Pakistani food before, not in Miami or not in Florida. I had Pakistani food in DC. And it or DC, yeah, in DC or Maryland, I think it was, and it was awesome. But I'm just now inspired to go try Yemeni food because I'm assuming that it will be totally different from anything that I probably have, or envision in my mind. So that is my, when we go out to dine, we should always try, sometimes a lot of like I said earlier, a lot of cool gems are really close to us. Sometimes when you're driving around, pay a little bit more attention as to where some of these restaurants are located, in terms of where you live. Maybe one thing is like, hey, it's just 5 minutes down the road. It's just 2 minutes down the road. Or it could be right across the street, right across the street. I'm home and there's a nice little cool, Asian bistro that's, across my street. Literally, if I walk, it's about, like a 10-minute walk, leisurely stroll. If I drive, it's 2 minutes, and I usually go there when I don't want to be at home and if I'm trying to work, and I'll go there and I'll sit at the bar and I just hang out there all day, and I have whatever I have, and it's cool. So I'm just imploring everyone that's watching, and I think I should have a challenge. If you're watching, I would like people to respond to us, especially this upcoming weekend or whenever you choose to go out and dine, and let us know about a restaurant that either you visited for the first time or someplace that's close to your home, close in your community that you go to, and let us know about the food. Because maybe we might want to come out, come hang out there and check out.
I like that.
Food, right?
I like that.
Yeah. So we want to hear about, the neighborhood spot that is, your recommendation for good eats that's close to your home. All right, that's what I want to know, and that's what we want to know. So hit us back here at MIA and let us know where that spot is. And of course, have yourself some food and fire experiences. So yeah, I can't. Right now I'm a little excited because next week I leave to go to New York for Jerk Festival. Yeah, baby.
Woo! Represent.
And this past Sunday, we just had our second book signing, myself and Chef Tia, at Barnes and Nobles down there in Kendall. So we have another one upcoming at the end of August, and that one will be in Coral Gables, Barnes and Noble in Coral Gables, August 28th.
All right, Chef. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, so we're going to definitely engage our viewers to kind of tag and comment their latest gem.
Right. And real quickly though, and I brought this topic up, as we always talk about food. We spoke last week at Red Rooster, great establishment, great food. And one of the things that we talk about in the interview was the support of local. Restaurants are they survive for the most part because of local patronage. People either with it because you live close by, or it's in some close by community. But when there are no tourists, go this is South Florida, keep it real. When there are no tourists here, or not as many, guess who they rely on for sustaining, keeping the doors open, us, so yeah, so we have to support restaurants, because especially if they're good and they have good food and good ambiance and the experiences, Nikki.
About the experience for me.
Exactly.
Authenticity and experience. So yeah, so we'll definitely incorporate that, and we look forward to your comments and everything. We should create a hashtag, maybe hashtag soul, MIA soul, Chef Irie or something. So we'll figure it out.
Figure it out. Yeah, let's hear. We want to hear from the people. Hey.
Peoples. All right. So Chef, thank you so much, and safe travels to New York.
Yeah, we talk some more next week. Hey.
Yeah, when you get back, don't forget about your soul family. Posting all the pictures on Instagram.
But of course.
All right, then. So safe travels, and we'll see you next week.
All right, man.
All right. Yes. Bye. And y'all, okay, so the moment I've been waiting for, that you've been waiting for, our featured guest, okay? So he is none other than Brawley Sanchez. He has over 9 years of experience working in the community and organizing charity events. He is a former sports manager, and he speaks at schools and creates a positive content for social media that involves advancing our culture. And he's also bringing back Ignite the Culture, which takes place tomorrow night at FMU. So we're going to talk more about that. So Brawley, you're on mute.
What up?
What up? Happy Hump Wednesday.
Thank you. Same to you. Happy
Thank
hump.
you. How was your day? Busy day, long day? You getting down the hump?
I ain't sleeping like 3 days. And I'm probably not going to sleep until after this event.
And I hear you, but it's well worth it. So
yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your background.
Yes. When it comes to the business or just my personal life?
Yeah, your personal. Where you grew up, just personal. Yes.
Okay. Well, my parents, they're both from the Dominican Republic. They were immigrants. They moved to New York where they met, and they had me. So I'm originally from New York. I moved to Orlando, kind of bounced around South Florida, Central Florida for a little bit. And then about 13 years ago, I moved down here to South Florida in Miami. I actually came down here on vacation, and I was like, yo, I'm staying right here. I'm like, I'm going to find a way. I'll make a way to, I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. And yeah, I'm pretty excited because I literally did that. I was at my grandma's couch, and then I got efficiency, and now I'm on the water view.
Yes, with the dolphins. Yes.
Right.
So, okay. So now, what came first? Above 500 Inc. or Single Fathers United? And why?
So Above 500 came first. That was something I always was passionate about. I know that whatever it is I wanted to do in my life, that I wanted to serve people. I wanted to serve the community, help people. And I wanted to really start with the youth and focus on the youth, because I know me growing up, you're kind of pulled in different directions when it comes to developing and figure out who you are, and kind of like just trying to discover yourself and figure out who you are. There's a lot of influence. You got your environment, society, you got the TV, all these things that are influencing us. And I felt like a lot of the influence kind of like affected me in a negative way. And I realized why. So I'm like, I have to figure out how I can educate the young kids and talk to them about the power of influence and how that really does play a huge role in your life and personality and the choices that you make that can affect you in the long run. So that came first. The Single Fathers came about 5 years ago, and that was because of all the craziness that I was going through with my son, just custody and trying to see him, and a lot of things that I went through, and I was like, no, I guess everything is personal to me. So yeah, everything I went through made me start a movement where single fathers are focused, because I felt like there wasn't enough, and that's when I discovered that there are so many fathers. I'm talking about thousands of fathers that go through it. They have a hard time seeing children. And it's a lot of things that I learned that kind of influences why that happens,
Yeah. There is such a double standard when it comes to whenever there's like any kind of custody kind of battle or a challenge, there's always that perception of the father, and so I would say they're more lenient towards the mother, but there are fathers who they want to be involved. They want to be a full-time dad. They want to be at every activity, to all the school functions, doing homework, and just being involved on a daily basis 100%. So you are the voice for those fathers that, they're not, you're not the stereotypical perception of what a single father is as far as when it comes to society. So, thanks for creating that organization. I do know some other fathers as well where they're going through that, and it's not fair.
Yeah.
Like, it's so not fair. You do have great dads out there. Don't lump them all into just one basket. They're not all the same.
Right.
So,
and that's the issue, is that we don't have a voice in a sense, and a lot of people don't know that we don't even have rights. And that's kind of like one of the main focuses, is understanding what your rights are as a father and how to establish rights. Because if you weren't married, at least in Florida and like 12 other states or so, even if you sign the birth certificate, it means absolutely nothing in Florida. If you weren't married to a person, you don't have any rights. You got to establish rights and go through the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a whole process, and it's frustrating. So Dr. Alma, she goes, she did a special on Father's Day for single fathers, and it's going to be uploaded to YouTube soon. But she goes, yay for Brawley, yay for fighting, for just standing your ground, and I want to be a part of my kid's life. So so she's giving you applaud for that. So what sparked Ignite the Culture? What is Ignite the Culture?
Well, it's an event, it's a movement that I started where I'm trying to remind, it kind of goes back with the Buff 100, just reminding the youth the power of influence and the power that our culture has. Oh, by the way, real quick, look, I got the new jerseys. It's exclusive preview. Look, I'm gonna give it to y'all right now. Look,
nice.
I have to wear. I couldn't even wait till tomorrow. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just put it on. Let me see how it fits. Let me see how.
Put it on now.
But the whole purpose of the event is to bring leaders together, bring influencers together, bring artists, people together to encourage them to just pay attention to the youth and what we're doing. You know what I mean? So that's basically what we're doing. What we're doing this year is we have these celebrities and artists that are coming, and they're doing a pledge. They're pledging to do something that's going to positively impact the community. Whether you're an artist, some of these artists are going to say, hey, well, my next song is going to be to empower the youth, or whether it's you want to donate to a specific foundation, or if you want to donate your time to your foundation. We're making them all make a pledge on camera, tell the world how they're going to advance our community. So I think that's the unique thing that we're doing this year. And that's the whole purpose. A lot of times our music, unfortunately, but if I'm being real, it's degrading, right? It's always talking about killing each other. And why is it that we're the only ones that entertain each other by talking about hurting each other or degrading each other? So we need a spark. We need to ignite our culture and do it differently.
Yeah, you're right. Like, that's a whole nother show that we can talk about the music within our culture, but in our community. So that's but I agree with you. And the crazy thing is, a lot of our youth, they look up to these artists who unfortunately they're talking or they're rapping or singing about this kind of lifestyle. And the youth, they're inspired by that. And then now they want to go out and replicate what they hear, on the radio or if they're streaming. So but we have to make a better change. And the influence starts at a young age. Their minds are so innocent. Their minds are so young. They're so innocent. They get so caught up into society and, the minutiae of that.
It's easy to. When you're little, you try to fit in. You just try to fit in. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. So which team won last year?
So technically I think it was Annual Chapter's team. I'm not too sure. But last year what happened was, I don't know if I should say this. I guess I'm already here saying it.
Go ahead.
So last year we cut the game in half. We cut it short because All right, I shut it down because I didn't like the direction of what certain individuals were doing. So
Okay.
the whole purpose was about positivity, right? So on halftime we do a cipher and we do a show, and you had clear instructions which say, look, it's a family-oriented event. There's no swearing, but then on top of that, like even if you don't know swearing, I don't want no lyrics about killing each other. I don't want no lyrics about hoes and all this extra stuff. Like I don't want that. This is a family event. Like that's not the purpose of it. So some people started rapping about that. So I was like, all right, bye.
Put it down, yeah. And that's
but that's
fine.
not happening this year because we're at a different venue as well, and we got more cautious of who is actually performing. We have really good performers this year, and they're all about advancing our community and our culture. So,
yeah, I saw that. So, Aaliyah, can we bring up some of the celebrity basketball guests and who's performing as well? Yeah, I saw a few as well that I can that we can talk about. I saw there's a good blend of different backgrounds that you have showing up.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
let me
I wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
No, just this year I wanted to, well, every year I try to do that, but I wanted to bring more positive leaders like Rob Hill Sr. and Tony Gaskins, D1, Brother Ben X, people who are literally out there as influencers and using their platform to educate others, to spread love, to spread something other than money, cars, clothes, and hoes, So
yes.
I wanted to give them the light. I wanted to give them the opportunity to come here and mingle with everyone, and also kind of, in a sense, reward them and by allowing them to participate in this event, flying them out. Because a lot of times we overlook them. We wait till like the Nipseys are gone to finally say, oh, he was such a legend. He was such a positive individual. And, they need their flowers now.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, and I see. So I believe it's Golden. Yeah, we just missed it. But yeah, and Brother Ben X. I know they're motivational, inspirational figures as well, right? So you have a good blend of walks of life.
Yeah, we do. Justin Blue's another positive individual as well.
Yeah.
And we mixed it up with some comedians, Instagram comedians as well. Then we have real professional athletes. We have Andre Drummond, 2-time NBA All-Star. We have Hall of Fame Terrell Owens.
Woo!
We have undefeated boxer Bang Williams. He's coming. Erickson Hammer's coming. Tory Lane, Fredo Bang. So we have a nice mixture. Ace Hood also, Ball Greasy. So we have a nice little crowd coming out there, and I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Yeah. Okay. So who's coaching? Any coaches for the two teams?
Yeah. So one of the coaches is Ben Exclusive, who's actually an NBA trainer, and then the other coach is going to be an influencer, LA Truth, who's he's pretty big on Instagram and Facebook. So those are the two.
Who you got your money on?
I'm playing in the game. I'm gonna be on the away team, the dark jersey.
Oh, you gonna be playing? Okay.
The game. Yeah.
Okay.
So I strategically put all the good people on my team. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
I balanced it out. I try to balance it out. But last year I thought like one team was even, and you surprised who knows how to play, who don't. It was pretty close game.
Don't underestimate. You never know. Yeah. So okay, y'all practicing ahead of time? You're gonna practice the day of? Like
I went to the park like 2 days ago with my son, just like shooting for like an hour. Like, all right, I gotta get in the zone. But
I got you. Okay. So what message do you want Ignite the Culture to leave behind?
I want the young people to know that you don't have to talk about killing each other. You don't have to talk about selling drugs. You don't have to always perpetuate the ignorance that we always see on television to have fun, to be successful, and to be cool. Like you don't have to do that. You could spread love and help people, and it feels a lot better when that money comes in too.
Yeah. Wow. Well, you know what? So I know this is a second annual charity b-ball event that's going down. So I look forward to many more to come. I believe that you're going to leave a great legacy behind. And most importantly, you're such a great role model for your son, because he's watching you. Like he's looking up to you. So he sees everything that you're doing, and what you're doing is going to trickle down back to him and his mindset, his psyche, who he is, his development. So thank you for that. We need like more of you on this planet. So where can we find more information?
You can always go to ignitetheculture.org, or you can go directly to our foundation, above500.org. And we're connected with the single fathers. If you find one, you can find all of them. You go to Instagram, above 500, you can find all the other pages through that.
Got it. Okay. And again, it's tomorrow at Florida Memorial University.
Yes, Florida Memorial University, 6 p.m. We're letting in the first 100 people that are not on the RSVP list to come in for free. So if you get there early, I suggest to get there as early as you can, because it's a gated school and it's one gate to get in. So you know, last year we did at another gated school, and that line was crazy. It was sold out. There was no seats. So you might want to come here a little bit early as you can.
Okay. And it's so traditional 4 quarters.
Yeah,
of that.
4 quarters, but we're doing 10 minutes, and they're like speedy minutes.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right. Okay, y'all get there early. You hear what he said? Yeah. Get there early. All right. So one more thing. What would you tell your younger self, and how old would you be?
When I talk to my younger self?
What would you tell your younger self, and how old would you be?
I would tell my younger self, wait, how old is this younger self?
Whatever age you want. I mean, it could be 5, it could be 10, it could be 16, you know? So yeah, like at what, was there a pivotal moment when you were younger that you're reflecting now that you would have perhaps changed back then?
No, only because all of my experience shaped me who I am. And if I didn't have those particular experiences, I don't know if I would have the same mindset, you know? Yeah. So I would just tell my younger self, you know, don't be afraid to be yourself. Who cares what people think? Like, half the people don't even know who they are themselves. So it doesn't matter what they think. Just be yourself, and be yourself confidently and proud.
Yeah. All right. There you go. All right, Brawley. Well, thank you so much for being our featured guest tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a wonderful Wednesday night, and get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get that practice on.
All right.
All right. We'll see you later. Bye. And again, y'all, I do want to stress that it is Miami Spa Month, and we have partnered with Miami and Beaches. We're giving our lucky winner a free $109 gift card to a spa of your choice. Now, in order to win, you have to visit our Facebook or our Instagram page. Click on the link. There's a link in the bio that takes you directly to the spa participation or participants. And just comment in the thread a participating spa. That's it. So we gave away 2 gift cards to 2 lucky winners tonight. We have 2 more left. So visit our pages. Good luck, and we'll see you next week. So